video. Um, so what is going on? It's going to be a fake alien invasion into this country, not just from the United States, from all across the globe as well. So that's what is going on right now. So the video will explain more. So all right, so now it's talking. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and hit notification on posting videos. Let's get into this video, guys. I gotta find this, get this live chat going. Forget it. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry, I lost my head for a second. So let's get into today's video. This time explain to you.
It represents a store of value, which gold quietly moved into our great world, to where today we have amassed in debt, much of it owed to the foreign world. It is with sadness that I have to announce to the world that our dollar, which is the property of the privately owned and operated Federal Reserve Bank, which since its inception has already lost 98% of its value, is about to lose the last 2%. This dollar is about to lose its coveted status of being the world's reserve currency. And when this event happens, it will change the world forever. Not only has this alien force infiltrated our country in the last several decades to cause wars and rumors of wars, but it has infiltrated all by attempting to print their way to prosperity, by creating out of thin air, unbacked fiat paper currencies, and by creating ones and zeros in bank computers to artificially represent these currencies, making people falsely believe that this represents real wealth, when in fact, it does not. The alien invasion on the world money system is doomed to failure because that money will lean anything with someone else. All non-asset backed paper currencies in the history of the world in the last 1,000 years have gone from being worthless. Time is the only constraint in its inevitable demise. Our fiat currency, whether it be paper or electronic equivalent, is doomed, as shown on this Rothschild-owned Economist magazine, February 1988, where it clearly states, "Get ready for a world currency." Next to their Freemasonic phoenix that is rising from the world's burning paper fiat currencies, the gold coin hanging from the phoenix's neck is clearly stamped 2018. The alien banking source that usurped our asset-backed currency knew when it did this dastardly act that their paper fiat currency and its electronic equivalent would suffer the same fate as all others in history and eventually become worthless. These alien money manipulators stamped 2018 on the gold coin in this Economist magazine illustration for a reason. Giving. At its peak, Romans prospered years ago with a pitch by first reducing the precious metal content of the coinage and then eventually removing all precious metal content and replacing it with worthless bronze. Eventually, the citizens realized they were working for and being paid with counterfeit money that had no store of value. The fall of the Roman Empire was the result. All empires collapse once their money system has been counterfeited. The United States and the whole world has been corrupted by this counterfeit money scam by these banksters. The current money system throughout the world has been counterfeited and is doomed to collapse. The fall of the Roman Empire, once started, fell very fast and was immediately followed by the period known as the Dark Ages. The population of Rome during this collapse fell from 1 million citizens to 40,000. When established money becomes worthless, it breaks down quickly and people flee to the countryside to search for and grow food. This period lasted for nearly 1,000 years. The Dark Ages, too, is immediately ahead of us. Are we doomed to repeat history again? The alien rulers that took control of the world's money system have known what lies ahead with their coming planned reset. History repeats itself, but not exactly. Either these rulers take us back to honest money, God's money, backed by gold and silver, or they force us to take a Luciferian mark of the beast, money chip, first in the form of a cell phone, and later by an implanted chip in our right hand that will take our enslavement to their. Plato said over 2,000 years ago, the price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Everyone with any common sense should know that if something cannot continue, it won't. That historic magazine cover of 30 years ago gave us the deadline. Get ready for a world currency. It's 2018. We have 62 days remaining for the aliens to attack us with their plan. I regretfully have to forewarn you of this impending alien invasion that may come within the immediate days ahead. Let's take a look at the facts. J. Edgar Hoover was the head of the FBI for decades. He was also a 33rd degree Freemason. He knew about this world conspiracy, and he attempted to forewarn people in this announcement. If you cannot see this monstrous conspiracy immediately before, then you must indeed be handicapped. We know that secret society, the Freemasons' creed is Ordo ab chaos, which means order out of chaos. They create the chaos, and then they come out of chaos. They create the chaos, and then they come along with the solution or order must to follow. It's called problem, reaction, solution. They know we are headed for a breakdown. As New York Bank executive John Exter, when he said the present worldwide fiat paper money system is going to break down. We are headed for the worst economic catastrophe in all of history, on a scale never seen in all of history. So what's the plan? Let's look to the mammoth granite structure erected shortly before The Economist magazine forewarned us, the Georgia Guidestones. 6 gigantic granite slabs make up this ominous monument, with engravings on each slab, down in 8 different languages, telling future generations what their plans are. Herein lies the heart of this monument and its warning. The first line reads, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Currently, the world's population is 7.4 billion. Reducing population to this 500 million level would call for eliminating 90% of human life on this planet. We know there are less than 20 million people of that chosen bloodline. So that means 480 million slaves might be chosen from that 7.4 billion that may get entry into the New World Order. Lucifer, the giant blue Luciferian horse statue erected outside of the Denver International Airport, which reportedly has been built over a secret underground occult city. Do you see the Freemasonic logo? Do you see the engravings about the most worshipful? When you worship either God or Lucifer. Do you see where this monument is engraved with the New World Airport Commission? Obviously, the Freemasons are planning on this airport being important in their New World Order. Let's look at a quote from the Freemasons' most honored and prolific Freemason of the past, who is Worshipful Grand Master Albert Pike, who wrote their famous book titled Morals and Dogma. Albert Pike, addressing the 23 Supreme Councils of the world on July 14, 1889. To you, sovereign, grand instructors, general, we say this, that you may repeat it to the breathing of the 32nd, 31st, and 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be, by all of us initiates of the high degrees, maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. Let's review the artwork for the Denver International Airport to give us an idea of what the Luciferians plan for us in the coming New World Order. It should be unmistakable by reviewing these paintings that who wrote 1984 was probably correct when he said, if you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. Some of these paintings in the Denver International Airport were so repulsive that they have finally been removed, but not before telling the world what evil plans they have in store for us. Here lies, obviously, a dead Christian blonde-haired girl. Does she represent the future of our Christian youth? Dead? It doesn't appear that young black girls have it any better in the planned New World Order. So this brings me to where we are today. The rulers have elected, or more appropriately, selected Donald Trump to lead us into their New World Order. But before that order comes chaos, in accordance to their order out of chaos plan. It has been said that the best way to rob a bank is to own one. And if you plan on robbing the biggest bank of all, you need to own the Federal Reserve. Well, that's what they have done at our expense. They are about to go bankrupt because there is nothing left to steal. It's already been stolen and cleaned. That is why they have appointed Powell as chairman, because he is not of their kind. It should be obvious to everyone that the death of the Fed will be announced shortly by Trump. And its successor, the IMF, shall take its place to rule their world currency. Effective by year end, soon it will probably be announced that Fort Knox gold long ago was looted by these criminals. President Trump will be of great service to the left, but will act like he is on the opposing team. Banksters, like gangsters, don't like to be caught. They always have to have someone else to take the fall for them. What better plan for them to blame everyone but themselves? They might even create aliens just to blame them. So to finally get to my point for this special announcement on this historic day in the War of the Worlds, understand that soon, as in the next days immediately ahead, the following will most likely happen. The stock market, which peaked on October 3rd and has been in fall ever since, will crash and lead us into their planned Great Depression. The stock markets are going to shudder. They'll probably close. That planned chaos will occur during the midterm elections, if they hold them at all. On or about November 11th, we should be invaded by aliens from south of the border, and aliens from the Middle East, and aliens from Mars, although fake, by means of Hollywood, video productions, including their realistic holographic images, and from those aliens that control our government. Trump will issue a second presidential FEMA text alert just before they pull the plug, and we go black, stating, "The Martians are coming. The Martians are coming. Prepare, prepare." Then the cell phone goes dead. The internet goes dead. Your electricity goes dead. Your credit and debit cards go dead. Your car goes dead. All by means of an advanced technology to cause planned chaos so they can usher in their order, their new world order. The question you must ask yourself on this historic evening is, how long can you survive under these conditions? Are you prepared for this event? Or have you, over the term of your whole life, been lulled into complacency? In the end, you have car insurance.
Okay, that's the end of the video. Alright, guys. I think that's part of it is true, and I think the rest is just bullshit. But what I think, when shit do hit the fan, as a prepper and a survivalist, I'm 10%. Like preppers, we 10%. And 95 of y'all are not prepared. Y'all will be polluting, rioting, looting, broken into stores, houses, all kinds of stuff. Get prepared. The chance favors the prepared mind is yours. The future belongs to the ones who prepared. That's not y'all. All my purpose out there who are listening, this message goes to you, man. And the ones who not a prepper, this is the message. Time is up, man. We have no more time. Get prepared. No more time. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you listen. If you don't, go fuck yourself because you don't understand. Well, I won't say that. If you don't understand it, go find another perfect channel that who can break it down to you piece by piece. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good evening. Peace.